What's up, everybody? You were tuned in to the Cris
and Maul
podcast, episode 7. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. It's our Monday, but it's hopefully you guys are having a good Wednesday. We got a lot of stuff to talk about before we get into all that. What's going on, Maul? How you living, man?
Man, I'm living good, man. It's exciting week ahead, brother. You know what I mean? A lot of things going on. Training camp, a couple big boxing matches and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
yeah, it seemed like you had your Wheaties this morning because you was
on
Twitter just spewing Chiefs hate.
Man, hey, I'm speaking the truth, man. I feel like I'm speaking gospel at this point, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to go. This is a beautiful week.
You're
it's
not
a great
speaking
week.
Gospel.
I am speaking gospel, man. I'm speaking for everybody.
7 on 7, man.
I don't give a. I don't care.
Hey, going hard.
I don't care. I don't care. They getting cooked. All I see report is every single wide receiver y'all got look like goddamn Justin Jefferson. Every goddamn tweet. I don't know why I'm seeing every single tweet about the Chiefs. I don't know it's because I'm following you and a couple of your other homies on your other podcast. Shout out to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully I get to meet y'all soon. But everything I see, it's like, Patrick Mahomes hit the goddamn fucking goalpost.
He does that every year.
So what? I just saw Drake May do the same shit, throwing for 70 yards.
Good for Drake May.
Okay, so why do I got to see this on my goddamn Twitter or X or whatever the hell Elon Musk wants to call this shit nowadays? Like, you know what I mean?
We can talk about that too. I should put that in there.
Motherfucker, thought the X, y'all. Shout out to DMX. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, this is a great week, man. We got the Fulton fight early in the morning tomorrow. You know what I mean? We got Spence CRAWFORD on Saturday. You know what this also is? With training camp, this is hold your breath month. Because everybody hold their breath and hoping all the players get healthy and shit. Because some motherfuckers is dropping like flies. You know what I mean? This is crazy, though. And even your boy, your Mr. $100 bet boy over there.
You know what? I was going to wait. I'm going to bring this up now. I would like to make a new bet.
No!
Come on, man.
Hell no, bro.
Give me a mulligan, man. Give me a mulligan.
Nope. I'm not giving you no motherfucking mulligan.
You think all our receivers is trash anyway?
No, I didn't say that. You the one to tell me that fucking goddamn Kadarius Toney gonna get 1,000 yards. My man came and Shaq punts in practice without getting hurt. What did I say? I don't want to see this man get hurt, but that is his track record. They already said he's gonna miss most of training camp. He'll probably be back week 1, but he's not off to a really good start. I told you he was too focused about cussing people out in New York, flipping them off, all that type of shit.
Come on, man.
And this man wasn't even doing a route. He was shagging punts and still got hurt. So give me my $100, brother.
They scoped his knee. I didn't know they scoped his knee. If I had known they scoped his knee, I would never bet on him.
That's your team. That's not my problem. You made the bet.
They just put it out there today. I didn't know that.
Hey, you have faith. You better hold on to that faith, brother. What's the new bet? What's the new bet? Number one, I'm not. No, you stick it to that bet because you were talking mad stuff.
More, man. Give me
nope.
Come on, man. Give me Sky Moore, man.
Nah. Everybody,
yards.
Look at the last. What episode was it that we made this bet on? What, 3, 4?
Something like that.
Whatever. You can find it. This man's hold your bet. You hold your own, brother. Stand on your oats, brother.
I can't, man.
What you mean you can't? Why not?
Because you see, first day of practice.
I tried to tell you, brother. I feel like I know your team better than you know your team.
I know my team.
Yeah, obviously you don't know Kadarius Toney.
I do.
Not anymore.
I just didn't expect him to shake his damn knee the first damn.
Hey, man. And then
and he even do. They said he didn't do no turns or twists. He just caught some punts, and they said he was off to the sideline.
So what you think is gonna happen during the season? And then on top of that, you got all these other receivers that I see on my timeline that are just killing. From every Chiefs fan, they like the next great receiver to come out. So if you got all these great receivers, plus Sky Moore, plus Travis Kelce, plus McKinnon, you trying to tell me Kadarius Toney gonna get 1,000 yards? Come on, man. Come on, man. Hey. You can
Come on,
Venmo.
man.
Hey, you can Venmo. You can
I'm not sending shit right now. I'm
you can
sticking
give
to
me
my guns. Fuck it.
Yo, what? Oh, you gonna hold it? Okay.
Because you won't give me Sky more, I ain't got no choice.
No, for what? You talked all that mess talking about Kadarius Toney go give me 1,000. 100 yards, 12 games, 1,200 yards. Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, hold on, hold your own,
That's
brother.
all right.
We ain't even got to week 1 yet. He already got you shaking in your boots, bro. What's up?
We're gonna revisit this when he get them 1,000 yards.
all right, for sure. Hopefully he's there week 1. Hopefully it's not too bad. You know what I mean? I don't want to see any player get injured. Number 1, I don't care what team it is. You know what I mean? Hope brother gets healthy. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna call a spade, brother. I'm gonna call a spade every time. You know what I mean?
There ain't nothing wrong with our corners. It was 7-on-7.
Hey, it's either your corners are ass or y'all got some of the greatest new coming receivers of all time. It's one of the two from what I see on my Twitter feed. It's one.
Ladder. It's the ladder.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll see. We shall see.
All right, man. Let's get into it, man.
Let's go.
You brought it up, so I'm going ahead and start with this.
Okay.
Twitter is going to X. What the hell is Elon Musk doing, man?
I have no fucking idea. What the X even stand for?
I don't know. I didn't look it up.
I don't know. He announced this yesterday or something like that.
He said it's gonna be done by later on tonight.
I don't know, bro. This is just to me another step that Twitter is just going down the toilet stream, dog. You know what I mean? For me personally, Threads need to go ahead and step up their game because look, I don't get it, man. Why would you take away the Twitter name? Twitter is such an iconic name at this point amongst social media platforms. You know what I mean? Like when you make a post, you call it a tweet. You know what I mean? You don't call it what are you gonna call it now? You gonna call it? I just posted an X, like bro. That shit sound retarded.
Can we sign a petition to get Elon Musk to sell Twitter?
I'm down, bro. I'm down. We can start it. You know what I mean? At this point, because I don't know what this man has planned. You know, they trying to tell me it's like some new generational type platform and shit. No, it's not. This is just another ploy for me that he's trying to get so people can, you know, he could implement his whole payment to post plan type shit. You know what I mean? And, you know, so people can see your tweets first or post first or whatever the hell it wants to do. He's just trying to garner more money so he can pay for more tunnels to build under America. You know what I mean? We can do some conspiracy theories on that shit on another podcast. This man ain't building this motherfucker trying to build the underground railroad and shit under here in Vegas, bro. I don't get it, bro.
He's ruining our social media experience. That's what he's doing.
Twitter was great. You know what I mean? The algorithm was great. The shit would be funny as fuck. You know what I mean? You get instant news. He taking away all that, man, with the rated limit thing, and now you want to change Twitter to X. I'm like, bro, you doing the most.
He just sitting in his room and coming up different stuff. Like, what the hell?
He sound like a CEO with a midlife crisis at this point, bro. He don't know what he want to do.
Either smoking meth or smoking something and coming up with these ideas.
I don't know, man. He must be taking them horse tranquilizing pills at this point, brother. Because I really don't know what I don't know what his end goal is with Twitter. You know what I mean? I'll be more with it with him if he just left Twitter alone and then he wanted to like build a new, you know what I mean, thing. Like he should have just never bought Twitter and just created his own shit. You know what I mean? That's what he should have did.
No, because he wanted to buy something that's already got the people on it. He didn't want to do the hard work.
Pretty much, that's all it is. It's just, you know, spoiled rich white man problems. You know what I mean? You get bored and shit. You get tired of building up tunnels and electric cars. So now he got to try to figure out how to ruin Twitter and everybody's happiness and shit.
Terrible. Just terrible. Elon Musk sell Twitter to somebody else.
Bro, we need to boycott this dude. I swear to God.
You're horrible.
Yeah. But hey, tweet this out. But tweet this out if you see this, though. Tweet this out.
This is horrible.
Yeah, no, it's bad.
All right, man. This Shannon Sharpe to ESPN.
Yeah.
The rumors were swirling around. Mm-hmm. And then Stephen A. on Friday got on his podcast, the No Mercy podcast, and said pretty much this ain't no rumor. They are trying to get Shannon Sharpe on ESPN. Now, I don't know the capacity they're trying to get him on. how they're trying to work him into the rotation. Because he even said he wanted to bring back Michael Irvin too.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if he's going to take Michael Irvin's spot or if he's going to be on another day. I don't know. But Shannon Sharpe going to ESPN. What are your feelings and thoughts on that?
I'm excited. You know what I mean? Hopefully it's not no thing where it's like Mad Dog where he gets like one day type of thing. You know what I mean? I would like to see him on every day. You know what I mean? But I think it's great. I think at this point, Stephen A is really trying to get all the Infinity Stones for First Take. You know what I mean? Because especially like we talked about it with Undisputed having its issues trying to find somebody to replace Shannon with Skip. You know what I mean? Like, Stephen A got a nice cast of characters over there, no matter how you feel about him. You know what I mean? You got the, you got Kendrick Perkins, you got Ryan Clark, you know what I mean? You got Mad Dog Russo, you got these guys with personality, and then you gonna add Shannon Sharpe? Come on, man. That's a beautiful thing. And on top of that, it's great to see two brothers, coming together and locking arms and trying to establish something that's great. I think those guys will have great conversations. It'll definitely be entertaining for sure. So I think it's great. It also goes back to the whole them laying off a lot of people. You kind of see they're trying to get a new stream of talent in there. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a great look. I think it'll definitely soften the blow a little bit, especially like with all the layoffs. You know what I mean? Not with the people that got laid off, but just with the viewing public. You know what I mean? I think that'd be great. You know what I mean? Because the last couple weeks have been pretty bad as far as like sports debate topics and stuff like that. So what do you think?
Look, I'm not gonna be mad, of course, if Shannon Sharpe is there 5 days a week, but I don't mind him being there one day a week because it'll keep the anticipation of every week. What does Shannon Sharpe got to say to Stephen A? Let's say it be Monday after the football, because they're gonna want to bring him on Mondays to talk football.
Yeah, probably Fridays too.
Maybe Fridays to talk basketball. When the basketball season is, he's gonna talk LeBron James too.
100%.
So, or the Lakers. So I don't mind him being on once a week just for that freshness. The material won't be as so 5 days a week. You still can have Ryan Clark and Swagoo, many kinds, whoever else, Mad Dog, even though I can't stand him on there. But I get it. He touches a demographic that they're trying to reach. I wouldn't mind him being one day a week because I also think that it's not just going to stop at First Take. I think I wouldn't be surprised if he's either on the Monday night crew or he's on that Sunday countdown crew that comes on right before you get you ready for Sunday morning and afternoon football. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's on there, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's on when Scott Van Pelt does his post game talk, and he'll have Shannon Sharpe on there talk football with him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's on that too. So I don't think it's just gonna stop at First Take. I think it'll be maybe even his show. He'll have her own radio show. He'll bring his Club Shay Shay on there, ESPN, and they'll because his Club Shay Shay was through Fox. Now he could do it through ESPN and have his own radio show, and that'd be cool.
I think like ESPN, bro. They like to work their their top talent like dogs. You know what I'm saying? And they do it for a reason. You know what I mean? People want to see Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith has that following. You know what I mean? So like I was like, I'm not gonna be mad either way. You know what I mean? Obviously, the more Shannon Sharpe you get, the more I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Because I enjoy him talking about sports, man. He's a very knowledgeable dude. He has a great background. You know what I mean? And he's a personality for sure. You know what I mean? He's a guy you can easily root for as far as like personalities and stuff like that. So you get him maybe for like a day or two, and then obviously I could see them definitely maybe giving him a show, like an hour show or something like that, or a half-hour show on the slide. And then I definitely for sure seeing him on like maybe like a Monday Night Countdown or whatever, or even possibly who knows how the paid Manning thing's gonna go when they do their Manning cast. Maybe Shannon Sharpe might have his cast. Like maybe they'll do the Manning cast, the Eli Manning and Peyton Manning cast one more year. And then they got their whole production thing going on, so maybe they might get too busy for that, and then maybe Shannon Sharpe might slide into that role too, possibility. So I think there's a whole wide range of things that Shannon Sharpe can get into off of this. Hopefully they sign a deal sooner than later. I'm sure they probably want to get this done before the NFL season starts. I could definitely see him being his debut being like that first week, like that Monday going into the first week of the NFL season, something like that. So yeah, hopefully they get this done, man. And shout out to Stephen A for openly admitting that he wants this, he wants to get this done, and hopefully they get it done.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely gonna be entertaining. And sorry, Skip Bayless. Looks like you're going down, sir.
Yeah. So I was gonna ask you, like, so if they get this done, if they make this really official, how do you think, like, them trying to get their next partner with Skip Bayless or Undisputed Period? Like, what do you think?
They're gonna have to go shoot for the stars and go get somebody that can match Shannon as star power and entertainment wise.
And who's that?
That I don't know.
Because let's say Stephen A gets both his wishes. Let's say he does get Shannon Sharpe, and let's say he also gets Michael Irvin back. Because I totally agree with Stephen A. Like, it's been since February since that whole allegation happened. You know what I mean? And nothing's really came about, but the little video to me that showed absolutely nothing. Now, obviously, we don't know what was said. We don't know, the details of it. But I feel like at this point, I feel like Michael Irvin should get his job back at the NFL Network, and I believe that he should be able to come back to ESPN, as Stephen A. say, as long as there's nothing else that comes forward in the future. You know what I mean? So if he gets both of them, like I said before, I think this could be the slow demise of Skip Bayless and Undisputed at this point, and they might have to go to the Nick Wright show. Honestly, man, they might have to put Nick Wright show up there. You might have to do something like that, because at this point, Skip Bayless, man, is running out of options. You can't tell me Lil Wayne. Don't tell me Weezy, bro. No one wants to hear about Weezy talking about sports like that in that kind of capacity, for sure.
Don't want to see Weezy. We don't want to see Ron Parker. We don't want to see none of them dudes.
Nah.
Unless he can convince Colin Cowherd to do double time.
Nah, he's not gonna do that. Colin Cowherd making too much money. Unless he tries to go like the far right way and try to get like a Jason Whitlock so he can make some like controversial takes type of shit.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody really watched that.
Nah, but at the end of the day, we know what's real out there, man. The far right has like their own particular type of movement. So I'm not saying Skip will go that route. You know what I mean?
It is Fox.
It is Fox, man. You don't know, man. So they're gonna try to do everything impossible to try to compete with First Take. But at this point, First Take, they're running laps around Undisputed.
But like I said, I don't know any other personalities. Like, he's not getting Charles Barkley.
No.
He's not getting Shaq.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe a Bomani Jones. What about a Bomani Jones?
Yeah, but he don't.
Bomani Jones ain't doing nothing right now.
But he don't move the needle like that.
What about like Jamel? What about like Jamel Hill? What about? I don't think Jamel Hill will do it, but
maybe Jamel. But even then, she's not. I don't know. You might as well get Nick Wright.
Nick Wright is their only choice at this point. I would assume. But if I'm Nick Wright, I got my own show that's killing it at noon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
people like first things first.
I'm working with guys that I actually like. You know what I mean? I'm working with Cris and I forgot other homie's name. He's cool. Mm. But yeah, you know what I mean? So I think that's just gonna strengthen Nick Wright's bag for sure. Because they can't lose him. Like Skip, he is getting older. I don't know how old Skip is, but
he's like 70. I think he's like 70.
Yeah, so
60s or 70s.
Yeah, this might be the beginning of the end for him as far as like, TV personality.
Nobody want to work with him.
No. He can't do it by himself either, so.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get a little serious on this thing. Now, Northwestern, let me pull up, because I just saw these. We saw these reports the other day.
Yeah.
Now, quarterback Lloyd Yates of Northwestern, the Wildcats college football team, has filed a lawsuit pretty much saying that there was some alleged hazing occurred within the football program. Now, if you don't know what hazing is, it's when upperclassmen make you do weird stuff. You know, they may have you dress up like a clown, put a dress on, just do wild stuff. Most
Yeah.
fraternities do it, it's very popular in the fraternity community and sorority
Mm-hmm.
community. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, now, the type of hazing that these guys were doing, he's doing something called, what does he call it? Running. It's called running,
Mm-hmm.
where pretty much the upperclassmen would rub their genitalias on their face.
That's wild, dog. That's wild.
And they said assistant coaches encouraged this behavior. Now, head coach Pat, was the name? Pat Fitzgerald?
Pat Fitzgerald, yeah.
He just got recently fired. He pretty
Mm-hmm.
much said, I didn't know nothing about this. I didn't encourage nothing like this. And I don't know. I don't know if he knew anything about this program. I mean, when you're running a program, you got a whole bunch of kids you're worrying about.
Mm-hmm.
Assistant coaches could do some wild stuff off to the side. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been any reports to say that he was involved. They said mostly it was assistant coaches encouraging upperclassmen to do this to, and quarterback, what's his name? Lloyd Yates.
Mm-hmm.
I think his name is. Hold on, let me get it right. Yeah, Lloyd Yates. He was the quarterback from 2017 or 2015 to 2017.
Yeah.
He was the quarterback of Northwestern.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that this was going on. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Man, honestly, bro, it's just like it's kind of crazy that we still gotta hear about this. You know what I mean? Because obviously this has obviously been going on since fraternity sorority days. You even got some colleges that even banned it because there've been some issues in the past where some people have died through hazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was reading on these reports, man. They had like this other thing called the car wash, where they had offensive linemen that would line up outside the showers and force players to squeeze through their naked, soaked up bodies. You know what I mean? Or they had naked quarterback center exchanges and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So as far as like the realm with Pat Fitzgerald, it's kind of hard for me to believe that he did not know what was going on in his own locker room. You know what I mean? Especially in college sports, where how these college football coaches have so much power nowadays, and they pretty much run their programs like CEO businesses. There's no reason why he does not know what is going on. I'm sure somebody is reporting to him. I'm sure, obviously, he cannot be everywhere, every minute, every second of the day. But I'm sure he has people that report to him and let him know what these players are doing. So I know they also Northwestern also fired their baseball coach for creating a toxic culture and also bullying as well. So it seems like it's running rampant through the entire sports program there at Northwestern. It's sad that as a student athlete, you already got all this pressure to try to amount to who you want to be. Especially trying to be a student athlete and going to school. You know what I mean? So I just think, man, we gotta get past these days where I think there's other ways to kind of do initiations and stuff like this. You know what I mean? I think there's more other appropriate ways. Like I get the whole initiation. You want to try to make people feel like you're with the crew and stuff like that, but there's no reason to do stuff like this. To me, this is all weirdo stuff, man. Like you know what I mean?
Time to the goalposts. Like do old stuff. Like, time to the goalposts.
Yeah, make
them carry the bags. Make them wash everybody's clothes.
Right? Stuff like that. Make them go buy donuts. Like something simple. Like all this stuff where you got them doing like weird sexual acts, man. It's just weird. It's corny. It's very cringy. You know what I mean? Like we got to get past this. 2023, man. We got to get over this weirdo behavior stuff, man. Like, I feel bad for these student athletes that have to go through this. You know what I mean? Some of them were even talking about contemplating suicide, and I'm a very big proponent to mental health. So I feel, I send my prayers to them. Hopefully, they get the proper, mental evaluations and mental care that they need so they can progress in life. Hopefully, these guys, I think it's up to like maybe 15, might be even more now as far as like. Lawsuits against the school. So hopefully they get what they deserve. Me personally, I think at this point, it's been going on for years. I know Pat Fitzgerald. I think he got hired back in 2006, maybe. The Northwestern. So I know he was kind of like the pillar to Northwestern sports. So I think I don't want to go too far and say maybe they need to clean house with everybody at the top. Maybe they need to. Maybe they just need to get a clean sweep and just kind of reform that whole kind of like environment with that institution as far as that sports program. You've had, I don't want to talk too long, but I know you've had some fans refunding season tickets and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because they're disgusted with that. So Northwestern is not really a very big program to begin with as far as like sports, as far as like the money they may be bringing in. So they can see some effects, but my prayers are to them, man. Hopefully, man, a lot of these colleges, a lot of these student athletes, they gotta stop doing stuff like this, man. This stuff can be very dangerous and can lead to people taking their lives, man. It's not even worth it, man. It's not even worth it, So that's just my opinion on that.
Yeah, man. This is disgusting. It's disgusting behavior, and these are players that who they're not players right now. These are guys from the past, and they had to live through this, contemplate this, and for them to be brave enough and strong enough to finally come forth and voice this out. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be mind-boggling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And, mentally mind-boggling to have to come out, expose all of this, and be vulnerable. to do this. So, like you said, prayers to all those involved that had to go through this disgusting act, and to all them people, all the upperclassmen that did this, y'all should be ashamed of yourself.
It's already pressure enough for a young student to come in, whether you're a student athlete, whatever. You know what I mean? It's a lot of pressure to go to school. It's a lot of pressure to go to college. You know what I mean? College is, you guys. These student athletes, some of them are blessed. Some of them don't even get the opportunity to have a scholarship. Now you want to put them through this. They're supposed to look up to you guys. You know what I mean? And now they got to feel the pressures of living up to certain expectations and being part of the clique and crew when they shouldn't have to do that. They're already part of the clique. They're on the team. So you should support them as your brother or your sister. You know what I mean? This is not just a men program. This is also a women's program too. You know what I mean? So it's time people grow up. Like the way society is nowadays, man. Like, we even talked about like Twitter could be a very toxic place. You know what I mean? I love Twitter. Some people are more mentally stronger than others who can handle it, and some that can't. But there's certain times when stuff can go too far, and there's a lot of stuff in today's society that goes way too far, where people joke about things when they shouldn't be joking about it. And it just, people need to take life more serious. People need to be more conscious of people's feelings and how much that can harm them, man. Because mental health, as I said, man, it's a big thing, man. And people are speaking about it more and more every single day. Suicide rates are going sky high every single day, man. So, gotta fend together, man. It's not that hard, man, to be supportive people. It's not hard.
I agree. All right, man. Let's talk a little Madden.
Let's go.
Madden 24 ratings have come out.
Yeah.
They've revealed all the ratings, and once again, players are mad at their ratings.
Yeah.
Now, the 99 club included Aaron Donald, Justin Jefferson, Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and Zach Martin and Lane Johnson. You also had Myles Garrett at a 98, Nick Bosa at a 98, Trent Williams a 98, and Tyreek Hill at a 98. Now, as far as the ratings go, like, look, I get players getting mad at their ratings because a lot of times I personally feel like the people who do the ratings, they really don't be paying attention to football like that.
Yeah.
They really don't watch. They don't care who the top 10 offensive linemen, offensive guards are. They just go through a list and find, who says the best linemen are, who's the best linebackers, and they go from there. And they set their ratings that way, because most people can't tell you the top 10 offensive guards. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They may can tell you one or two that they hear on a consistent basis because the national media may bring them up. But nobody knows. Nobody's really paying attention to that stuff.
Right.
So these ratings are pretty much based off of that. So I get why you can get mad because you put in the work. You may have a great season, and then you think you should be a 90, and they give you an 87. You know what I'm saying? So I get players get mad, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't mean anything. Whatever. Get the game, boost your rating up, and you're good. You can edit it and you can boost yourself up. Simple.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts on the Madden rating?
Man, honestly, I agree with you. Like at the end of the day, man, they do have to balance the game out. You can't have a whole bunch of 99s in there,
right?
Because like let's be honest though, Devontae Adams was a 99 before. There's no reason why he shouldn't still be a 99. Like he hasn't dropped off, even with different change of quarterbacks. Like he had a great year last year. So they shouldn't have. Like obviously there are some issues with certain ratings. I'm just gonna go into it. You know what I mean? Obviously, I think the biggest one that everybody had a problem with was the cornerback ratings. You know what I mean? I think the cornerback ratings was a little wild. Like they had Jalen Ramsey #1 with a 97. The second was Jair Alexander with 95. Patrick Surtain was a 94, which is wild. I think Patrick Surtain is the best cornerback in the league, me personally, next to Sauce Gardner, which they got him a 93. Like, I think if you look at the seasons that they had, there's no reason why Patrick Surtain and Sauce Gardner should be below Jair Alexander and Jalen Ramsey. There's no reason for that. But overall, man, like, Madden's Madden, bro. At this point, I just hope the game is good. I really want 2K to make a goddamn game. You know what I mean? But the NFL gave EA the license. I don't know how many more years they have left. I think they signed a new deal for like another 10 years. I'm not really sure, but hopefully Madden's good, man, because the last couple Maddens have been pretty terrible. It's pretty much copy and paste to me. They finagle some of the settings to where the offensive line may be better this year, but then when they finagle that setting, then the cornerbacks can't read goddamn coverages in the zone. You know what I mean? Or you might have a situation where one year they work on the passing, but then the running game is trash. You know what I mean? So, Madden's Madden, bro. Like, I get it, man. It's kind of a personal thing because, it's attached to you as a player. I ain't gonna lie. If I was a player, I probably would be very into my rating for sure, just to see how certain people may view you. But overall, I wouldn't take it too serious at the end of the day. I just hope the game is good, but I don't have no faith. At all.
They gonna sell us the same game, and we sit and we contemplate. We say it every year. I ain't gonna buy this game. Then you watch something, you get bored.
Right.
Damn, let me go and get this game, man. I want to play some football, man, because we clamor for football, man. We're not watching it. We want to play it on the game, man. We want to face people. You know what I'm saying? That sense of urgency and competition. You know what I'm saying? We want to control our favorite players out there and do all that stuff, but even though you can't do it on Madden because they don't give you the capability to do a lot of stuff that they do on the field.
Right.
But still.
So let me ask you. I don't mean to cut you off. So forget Madden. What was your favorite football video game? Give me some of them. Give me some of your favorite ones.
Oh man, was it NFL Game Day '98 was good. The old Maddens were good, like the later '90s.
The one with Vic was really good. I like the one with Vic.
The early 2000 one too was good. Then it started just getting trash. Because I was more of the college football game, man.
Yeah. College football game was really good back in the day, man. Like I love the ESPN football game they had.
That's pretty good.
Obviously the 2Ks with the Randy Moss on the covers, they were really good. Next year we do get the college football game. You know what I mean? So I'm pretty excited to see how that is. Honestly, man, if they can get back, I really hope one day, man, 2K gets a chance to really make a real NFL licensed game. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure we can have a talk about how video games are made nowadays, especially in sports areas, man. I think the graphics have gotten better, but the gameplay has just gotten so bad. You know what I mean? I think they need to really start back and get into the more arcade style. Like we love the realistic stuff, but I think they need to find a healthy balance between arcade style and realistic. But man, it's getting kind of crazy because these game systems are powerful, man. They're very powerful. I don't understand how they can just keep copying and pasting stuff. Like at this point, I'll be better off if they did some stuff where if they made a Madden 24, update the rosters, but give it a couple years so they can really mess with the system and give us some better results as far as like gameplay and stuff like that. Instead of giving this every year, it'd be better off if they just update the rosters or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Madden is like Jordan.
Yeah,
that's what they are. Maddens are like Jordan, like
classic, but they're getting worse by the year.
And people still go out there and get Jordans, and people still gonna go out there and play that damn Madden. That's a damn shame.
Yeah, one of these days, man, we need to have a video game podcast, man. Discuss, the state of video games and shit like that, man. I wouldn't mind doing something like that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. Let's get off sports for a little bit, man.
Let's do it.
Rap artists canceling shows, man. Yeah. It's kind of rough out here being rappers. If they ain't getting shot at, now they canceling shows.
Yep.
Lil Baby canceling shows.
Mm-hmm.
I said something with Chance the Rapper. He had to cancel the show, because they ain't selling tickets. They ain't selling out arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Even Lil Wayne had to cancel a show.
I didn't know that.
So, what are your thoughts on these rappers having to cancel shows?
I think it's just like I think Lil Durk canceled a lot of his shows. He came out and said it was due to illness. So hopefully shout out to him. Hopefully he gets better and stuff like that. I think it's a combination of a lot of things. I think it's a combination of some of these artists. I don't think they can sell out. I think they're going into arenas too big that they can sell. And then two, I think ticket prices are outrageously overpriced nowadays. Like some concert tickets are reasonable, but with all these fees, man, that could be a problem. Third, I think there's a lot of tours going on as there is, man. You got Beyonce with a tour, you got Drake with a tour, you got Bert Fayez with a tour, Moneybagg Yo with a tour, Playboi Carti just announced a tour, Lil Baby did have a tour, Lil Durk had a tour. So especially now with how people are struggling with money nowadays, you got to kind of pick and choose what tours to go to. I didn't even count like the Taylor Swifts and the Bad Bunnies that had tours during the beginning of the year. And especially with ticket prices, man, it oversaturates the market. So now you got to kind of pick and choose what concerts you really want to go to. You know what I mean? Some of these concerts, like especially out here, man, you got a concert pretty much like every week in August. You know what I mean? Obviously, they canceled a Lil Baby tour, so that kind of changes it. But with everything going on, man, it kind of oversaturates the market. I think some of these artists, I think during the pandemic, there was a clamoring for concerts because everything was shut down. People had the bread with all the extra money they were getting. You know what I mean? So, people were really clamoring for these shows, and they weren't really having the opportunity to do it because everything was shut down. Now that I feel like this is like the first full year where we really have been really, really open with no restrictions, no nothing like that. It's you got all these people announcing tours at the same time. You know what I mean? So, are you gonna go to a Drake tour or a Lil Baby tour? A lot of people gonna pick the Drake tour. You know what I mean? You gonna go to the Beyonce tour or a Moneybagg Yo concert? Depending. Obviously, those are two different R&B, all that. But majority of people are gonna pick the Beyoncés. They're gonna pick the Drakes. You know what I mean? So I think they just need to manage where they're having these concerts at. And then on top of that, I think if you had like a Lil Baby, Moneybagg Yo, and a Lil Durk all performing together, I think they'll be able to sell out those tours. You know what I mean? If you combine all those fan bases together. But man, and then on top of that, Lil Baby's last album was not really good to me. You know what I mean? So now you're trying to have a tour off an album that really wasn't that really great. You know what I mean? So you don't have the name recognition. I know me and you talked about it where there's only a certain amount of artists that can consistently sell out tours. As far as especially arena tours where it's like 18 to 20,000, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you got to be in a special spot to sell like football stadiums. You know what I mean? So
that's that Kendrick, Kanye, Drake, J. Cole,
Travis Scott, you know what I mean?
Type thing going on. So
yeah, there's only so many Bad Bunnies and Taylor Swifts that can sell out. You got Taylor Swift, The Weeknd, they had arena tours. Beyonce had arena tour. I think Drake could do a big football stadium tour. I think he could. I don't know why he hasn't done it, but I think it's insist with him with this tour. I think it was just having in the basketball arena pretty much double the ticket prices, which he did because his ticket prices are ridiculous at this point. I think you can't get in that building less than $400 at this point with some of these shows.
I'm not paying that to listen to him sing them go-go tracks.
I already know how you feel about the Drake, man. You ain't excited for his album.
I'm not
for
gonna
the dogs.
I'm not gonna sit. I'm not getting excited until I hear some bars. Bars.
And he did say he's bringing the old Drake back, man, with this new album that's supposed to be coming out in a couple weeks. So see how I go. I'm pretty excited to hear it. Travis Scott album comes out this Friday. You excited to hear that?
No.
Oh my God, brother! Why not? It's Travis.
I like Travis Scott, I do, but I'm not giddy for jumping for joy for it. But,
You're tough. You're tough, man, with this music thing.
I'm very tough with the music.
This motherfucker is not impressed with nobody. You know what I mean?
Not excited.
But yeah, man. That's kind of how my feels about the whole rap artist, man. They just
hey, man, shout out to all the rappers, man. Try to get y'all money, man. It's rough out here, man. I understand. Mm-hmm. It's a rough business, bro.
Yeah.
All right, man. So the running backs, top tier running backs, had a meeting on the phone the other day. Nick Chubbs, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey, whatever top tier running back, they was in that meeting. And Nick Chubb just had a press conference, after training camp, and he pretty much talked about it. They just talked about, the more carries to get, and they having a good year, it actually hurts them financially, because now when they say, oh, well, he ran for 2,000 yards and he had over, 400 carries or whatever. Oh, now he's worn out. Now he's worn down. I don't know. He may not have it no more. I don't know if I want to pay him $13, $14, $15 million a year. So now, what are your thoughts on all the running backs coming together? I guess trying to come with a solution to hopefully one day get them paid.
Good for them trying to come together, but I think they're going to need more than just them, honestly. And then on top of that, it's kind of hard. Like, I guess maybe they could all theoretically all sit out for the year, but I don't really think that would really do anything, honestly. You got a lot of players out there that would love to take their positions, their spots. You got cats from the XFL, Canadian Football League. You know what I mean? So USFL, man, that could take their spots, man. Because I think with this whole thing, they need to find a way. And obviously, they probably won't be able to do it until the next collective bargaining agreement. And then I remember watching. I think I was watching First Take earlier today. Ryan Clark even said I don't even think they even have a running back on that committee. So I think there should be a running back. They need to get a running back on that committee. Number one, I think the Players Association should make that happen right away. I think the running backs should vote for one of those guys to be a representative at the table. And then when the next collective bargaining agreement comes, then I think they need to really start establishing something for the running backs so they can get paid, man, in the proper ways. You know what I mean? Whether it's not giving them the franchise. Number one, they need to get rid of the franchise tags. They just need to do that. The players need to fight and get rid of the franchise tags, and then give them an opportunity to get their bigger contracts earlier. You know what I mean? There's no reason why with these franchise contracts, man, some of these players, man, they might have to wait 6 years before they can finally even hit free agency, which is crazy. And then you're in a running back position. By your 6th year, they're looking at you like you a 98-year-old citizen. You know what I mean? So, and they ain't gonna pay you. You know what I mean? So, like, you already got Joe Mixon. He had to get a pay cut, and I think Joe Mixon is a pretty good back. You know what I mean? I'm not mad at them trying to do that, but they're gonna have to do something more for them to establish them. The number one start is getting a running back representative on that committee and start establishing new stuff for them in these new collective bargaining agreements in the future.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see no way that this. I mean, the next collective bargaining agreement is not until 7 years, so they're kind of stuck right now.
Yeah.
Ryan Clark brought up an interesting, thing that they could possibly do.
What did he say?
He said, yeah, they can, sign up. They can sign their franchise tag, play on their 10 million or whatever million that they play on. But when the big game comes up, I can't play in that game.
Yeah.
When we need the playoffs this week. We got this game. We in the playoffs. Oh, my knee hurt.
That right there is kind of like it's like a double-edged sword though to me, because a lot of these teams already hold injuries against them. They use their attempts that they run and the miles that they have, and then on top of that, if you have an injury, you're damaged goods. You're like a damaged Buick to them. You know what I mean?
Or let's just say they don't say they have an injury. He say, I'm sitting out. I ain't playing. Now they look at he quit on his team.
Yeah.
So it's gonna hurt him.
So at the end of the day, I think at the point is, I think eventually Saquon and Josh Jacobs are gonna have to eventually come back. Now, if they want to make that choice and sit out for the whole year, God bless them. You know what I mean? Obviously, that would be very detrimental to both of those teams. To the Raiders, on my Raider team, and to the Giants for sure. The only way it will work right now is if you got a consistency amongst all players. Like number one, the quarterbacks. Like, let's say all the big quarterbacks are like, look, if you guys don't change stuff for them to help them out, we're not going to play. Then they'll start. All right, because you can't have Patrick Mahomes not playing. You can't have Joe Burrow not playing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I'm one of the running backs, I'll be trying to get in their ears. Like, look, man, like I'll make y'all. We're a part of y'all. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be in this together as a players' association. The players need to come together. That's pretty much the main thing. If the running backs want to change now, they got to start. They got to start at the top with the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks will make this shit go by real quick. If you can get a Patrick Mahomes, if you can get a group of like a Patrick Mahomes, an Aaron Rodgers, a Joe Burrow, a Josh Allen, be like, look, we're not gonna touch a football until you guys establish something with these players, because they're part of our family too. Yeah, we may not be on the same bracket, but these are my boys, these are my dogs. You know what I'm saying? So if they can get something like that going here in the next couple weeks, not saying it's going to happen, but hypothetically, let's say they do, then okay, they're going to get some movement for sure. But until something like that happens, as you said, the next collective bargaining agreement until the next 6-7 years. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like they got to start planning, unfortunately, for the next crop of running backs that are coming in. They got to kind of like just take the L right now, unless they can get something like what I just said. But if not, they're going to have to start being revolutionaries for the next generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's not looking good for the running backs right now. So
nah. So what do you think? What do you think is going to happen with Saquon and Josh Jacobs real quick? Do you think they're going to show up?
I think they missed the first week of training camp, and then they signed their tender.
They signed their tender. That's what I think. I think Saquon's might go. Like they already said, Josh Jacobs flew out of Vegas. So who knows when my man's going to show up? But I think eventually they'll be back. Maybe not by week 1, but I think they'll eventually be back by the season sometime.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think they signed I think they don't want to go through training camp because why get hurt? It's like Stephen A. Smith said, man, don't come outside your house. Don't go to the grocery store. Don't go nowhere. Just stay in your house until ready until maybe week 1. And it's time to go strap it up. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not going to benefit you if you go out there training camp, hurt yourself. Even if you sign the franchise tag, you hurt yourself.
Hurt you next year. You know what I mean? So it sucks. What's the point of being a running back nowadays? That's the real question.
It sucks, man. It sucks. All right, man. Let's get into some power rankings. Let's go NFL top 5 power rankings. What you got?
Okay. Let me find my list real quick. I wrote it down here. All right. So NFL power rankings. I'm gonna go from 1 to 5. So number 1, I got the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they pretty much get back their whole team. I think getting Kelsey back as their center, I think that was huge for Jalen Hurts, man. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have another unbelievable year. That team is fully loaded, fully stacked. Youth, veteranship, great coach. The only thing with them is their schedule is really, really tough. But, I think they're still going to be really good. Number 2, I got the Chiefs. I think, Patrick Mahomes, man, they're always going to be top 5, man. Having a little rough start, you know what I mean? You know, a couple injuries, you know. Got Chris Jones having some issues with his contract, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's true. I saw a little report saying he wants like $30 million. Good luck to you, brother. So I got number 2. Number 3 is a little bit of surprise. I got the Baltimore Ravens. I really think that the Ravens, especially now they got some solid receivers. I'm hearing Zay Flowers is killing it right now. I think Lamar Jackson, I think he's happy. He got his bread. I think that defense is going to start off stronger than what they did last year. I think they're going to be number 3. Number 4, I got the 49ers. I would have the Niners higher. I love their squad, but that quarterback situation, man, you know, it's kind of iffy. If Brock Purdy starts again, is he going to have the same kind of year, you know? So you got to see how that elbow is. And then number 5, I got the Bengals. I think the Bengals are fully loaded. Joe Burrow, Joe Cool. I like that squad. So that's my top 5 for the NFL.
All right. So number 1, I got the Chiefs.
Of course.
As long as, you know, Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid are at the helms, we're going to be all right.
Yeah, you ain't got Chris Jones. You're going to have a problem.
Chris Jones is coming. He going to be there regardless because he can get 38. He getting 28 million. So it don't matter. He going to come regardless. So
Okay.
It's just, is he going to be on the extension or is he just going to play on his last year of his contract? So, number 2, I got the Eagles. Like you said, well-oiled machine. They got some players back. They added some guys in the draft. My only question to them is losing their OC and their defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
How's that going to change, you know, the totality? The offense, not so much because Nick Sirianni is the offensive mind, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that.
Yeah.
But on the defensive side, can this new defensive coordinator maximize the talent like they did last year? So we'll see. Number 3, it's coming out of my mouth. The goddamn Bengals. Yes, I said it. Them damn stanky ass Bengals, number 3. I don't know why. I hate them. I can't stand their asses. No, for real. Joe Burrows, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I actually think they got better on defense. They added some guys in the draft.
Me too.
My only question for them is their back end. They lost Von Bell. They lost what's the other safety? Man, he just got paid with the Falcons.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I forgot his name.
Oh, but yeah, they lost him. So that safety position is going to be a question. But
offensive line too.
Yeah, of course, the offensive line. They did sign Orlando Brown Jr. Good luck with that one.
Damn, dog. He used to be with y'all last year, man. Why you shit on him?
And we hated him last year. Okay, we hated him. We couldn't stand him. But no, I still with Joe Burrows, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase.
Yeah,
they still a formidable opponent. Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens at number 4. Like you said, Lamar Jackson's happy. He got his money. You got OBJ who's motivated. He got paid this offseason. You know what I'm saying? Zay Flowers, a young budding star who I wanted the Chiefs to go and get, but they didn't. Yeah. He's killing it right now, but it's all good. Right. You get Rashad Bateman back. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully he's healthy. Mark Andrews is still in the building. Their defense is always going to be good. You got Roquan Smith over there, so they're always going to be good. So, I think the Ravens are going to be right there. You know what I'm saying? Be right there. And then I'm going to go with the 49ers, like you said. From top to bottom, always got one of the better rosters in the league. Deebo Samuels, Brandon Ayuk, George Kittle. You still got the running backs, Christian McCaffrey, Elijah Mitchell, Kyle Shanahan at the helm. The only question, who's the quarterback? Purdy? Is it Trey Lance? Hell, is it Sam Darnold? You know, we never know. Yeah, you never know. Not until after training camp, we'll give more of an answer of who's who.
We could do another power ranking before the season.
Yeah, and once it's solidified who's the quarterback, then you probably can put them a little higher. But until then, I'm still gonna say they're at number 5. So,
and we're pretty much the same, honestly. Minus a couple maneuvers and stuff. We think alike, pretty much.
Yeah. So, all right, man. Finally, the Commanders have sold the team. They have sold it to what's the guy's name?
Josh Harris.
Josh Harris. Hold on, let me pull it up. Commanders.
$6 billion. $6 billion.
Yeah, sold it for $6 billion. Hold on, I'm trying to pull it up. Yeah, sold it to Josh Harris. He is what is he? Man. But anyway, he sold it to Josh Harris, who has a committee, a group with Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it's an exciting time. You know what I'm saying? Dan Snyder is no longer in the NFL. He was the worst owner probably in history.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care about his players.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care about the fans. All he cared about was Dan Snyder and lining his pockets.
Yep.
And finally, we got that bum up out of here. No, none of the owners wanted anything to do. When Jerry Jones don't want nothing to do with you, then you know it's bad. So, what are your thoughts on the new owner?
Yeah, and then also if you don't give them money that they deserve, you don't pay these owners, bro. They're gonna do that. Honestly, man, I'm sure that fan base is happy. I'm sure my pops is happy. You know, he's a big Washington fan. I think Magic Johnson is also part of this group. So, I think it's gonna be great. You know what I mean? $6 billion for the Washington team, man. Danny Snyder did all that stuff with, all the sexual harassments and all that. I'm not going to get into that, but he leaves with $6 billion. He got fined 60, so he out of there. I'm sure he ain't too mad about it. They did talk about they might consider rebranding the team name again. They're talking about doing that. So
I heard that.
They said they can't do it until next year, so they might start talking about it next year. So that'll be interesting to see what route they go with that. Overall, man, to me, I think it's great. You know what I mean? Hopefully they get a new stadium. I think they need a new stadium. They need a new training facility. They need it all over there. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be good things for them. You got an owner right now who I think will be very committed to that organization, to that fan base. And Magic Johnson, bro. Magic Johnson, man. He ain't gonna be a part of nothing that ain't winning. So
yeah.
You got Magic Johnson on the board, and some other cats involved. So man, I think it's great for the league, man. Danny Snyder was definitely a pain in a lot of people's sides, and I think it's good for sure.
So, and Josh Harris, he's the co-owner of the Philadelphia 76ers. So
yeah, and
he's already.
Yep.
So he knows a thing or two about owning the team. You see what they're doing over there with the Sixers.
Yeah.
They may not be, doing what getting to championships. They have a formidable team over there. They always get to the playoffs. So
very respectable, yeah, for sure.
So he knows how to run an organization. I believe that the Washington Commanders, or whatever they're going to be called in the future, will be all right. They're going to be better, for it. And
I don't even think they got a bad team. Like I think they got a nice young team. You know what I mean? Obviously, the quarterback position is the big thing with Sam Howell, or I think they also got Jacoby Brissett too.
They do.
But I love their running backs, man. I love their defense. I think they got one of the best defensive lines in the league. You know what I mean?
And a very underrated receiving core.
Nah, they do. Terry McLaurin and all that. And what's my other man? What's my other man's name?
Jahan Dotson. You got Jahan Dotson.
He's nice too. Yeah.
Curtis Samuel.
Samuel. They got a nice squad. Like their cornerbacks ain't bad either. You know what I mean? They got some nice young linebackers too. So they got a nice squad. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Ron Rivera ain't no slouch as a coach. You know what I mean? So they're getting a nice squad, nice young squad. So they can get that quarterback, solution resolved. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if Kirk Cousins come back there next year. Honestly, with him being his last year with Minnesota, he is a big dude with Washington. So especially after that show,
quarterback,
he's a big fan of that fan base. You know what I mean? He has a lot of friends and people that he loves out there. So I wouldn't be surprised if he went back out there. If they get a Kirk Cousins, Kirk Cousins, he's a quarterback, dog. He's a guy that he can sling the ball, you know what I mean? So he's respectable. So gotta watch out for that.
Yeah, I agree. Shout out to the Washington fan base out there. Hope y'all see better days coming for y'all.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
All right, man. You know what it is this week.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Now you've been asking me all last week. You even asked me on Saturday, am I excited? I wasn't there yet. But today, I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
I'm ready.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes,
kick
sir.
it off. We kick it off 1:30 in the morning. Stephen Fulton versus NAOYA INOUE.
Yeah.
Then you got Terrence Crawford, ERROL Spence Jr., undisputed welterweight championship fight on Saturday. It is going down. We've been waiting for this, Mom.
We have. We've been talking about this for a very long time. We are finally here. This is the week, man. I'm so excited, brother. So excited.
It's going down, man. I can't wait, man. All the people out there that was running their trap, Ray Jackson, I'm looking at you, buddy.
Yo, these ERROL Spence fans is getting wildly reckless out here, boy. Don't let Terrence Crawford win, boy. And I said, I'm a fan of both fighters. bro. Like, I'm rooting for Bud. I know both of us are rooting for Bud. But if it's a great fight and ERROL wins, I am not gonna be too mad about it. But all these reckless ass ERROL Spence fans are just being like, yo, Terrence Crawford trash, ERROL Spence about to whoop his ass, bro. Don't let my boy do what I think he can do. But that's what I'm gonna say about that. But I'm excited for sure.
Yeah, for sure, man. I can't wait. It's going down. Oh man, let's get into the first fight, man.
Okay.
So, 1:30 in the morning. Now there's been a lot of controversy with this fight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's been a lot of controversy from steroid talk to wraps to now the gloves for Fulton. They got tape on them and stuff. Like, what is going on out there in Japan? What y'all doing out there?
Yeah, man. Yup, it's getting wild out there.
So, give me your predictions
for that fight. Man, I think it's gonna be a really good fight, man. I think both of those guys pack power. Both of those guys got great footwork, great speed. I'm gonna go with Fulton. I think I'm gonna go with Fulton with a stoppage in the 9th round. That's how I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Fulton with a stoppage in the 9th round. It's gonna be a great fight, man. I think they walk out. I think I was hearing reports saying the walkout was going to walk out around like 5 in the morning. So I'll probably be up to watch this. I'm gonna get up early and watch this fight.
Yeah,
that's kind of how I feel right now with that. What about you?
Yeah, I got Stephen Fulton 7th round knockout.
Yeah,
man. On Stephen Fulton. Now look, I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm a little nervous because NAOYA, he's good. This guy's good. He's knocking dudes out. Now I don't know if it has to do with any of the extra stuff that's going on, but
so what do you think about that? What do you think about the hand wrapping stuff?
I mean, if it's legal out there, so what do you say to it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's stacking bad. It is. It's that you can't do that in the States, but out there you do that. And I remember when he fought, what's his name? What's his name? Nodair. I forgot his name.
The Filipino guy.
Yeah, the other Filipino guy he fought. They agreed to the wraps. But you know what I'm saying? If Stephen Fulton's fight, I mean, the fight is going on, so obviously they're not tripping too much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just like I said, I think with all the stuff that's going on this week, I think Stephen Fulton is going to go out there and prove everybody wrong and show why he is the clear undisputed. I think at featherweight.
So you got a decision, you got a TKO, knockout. What you got?
I got a knockout.
Knockout what round?
7th round.
7th round. Okay. For sure. I'm excited. I can't wait. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Only a couple hours away. So who's on the undercard? And you know anybody that's on the undercard?
No, I don't. I gotta look it up. I have to look it up later.
Okay.
But let's get to the fight, the real fight, the fight of all fights, the one that we really excited for. No disrespect to Stephen Fulton and NAOYA, but this is the real fight, buddy. We've been waiting for this for years, and like you said, there's been a lot of chirping from them ERROL SPENCE fans. There's a lot of ERROL SPENCE fans on Twitter.
A lot. Yeah.
They acting like Terrence Crawford is gonna get knocked out. He's gonna get washed. He's gonna get smoked. But on July 29th, probably around 9:30 at night, Terrence Crawford will have his hand raised after he beats Errol Spence Jr. in a decision. I'm going decision. I ain't going knockout. I'm going decision. 12 rounds. It's gonna be a brawl. It's gonna be a drag out fight. It's gonna be a chess match. It's gonna be everything.
Yeah.
But I just think in them later rounds, Terrence Crawford will prove to be the better fighter. And I'm going Terrence Crawford with a unanimous decision over Errol Spence Jr.
Okay. I am gonna go. Man, I can't wait for this fight, man. Man. Woo. I'm going Terrence Crawford. I'm going stoppage 11th round. I'm going stoppage 11th round. I don't know if it's gonna be TKO. It's gonna be like maybe even a knockout, but I think it's gonna be a stoppage. You know what I mean? It could be a body blow, something. I think Terrence Crawford. I think the fight in the early rounds could be positive for Errol, but I think as the longer the fight goes, I think the stronger Terrence Crawford is gonna become. By that 4th round, I think he's gonna be rearing and he's gonna be going. You know what I mean? I said I'm a fan of both of these fighters, but Bud, a lot of people gonna have respect for Bud after this fight for sure. All these people that are talking mad crazy, I get it, y'all from Dallas and stuff like that, whatever. But at the end of the day, man, y'all gonna respect Terrence Crawford after this fight, because some of y'all been talking like mad, wild, crazy. Like this man shouldn't even be in the ring with Errol Spence. Y'all bugging. I'm sorry. So Terrence Crawford, no matter what happens, decision, I think it's gonna be stoppage. I'm gonna go for stoppage, but if it's decision, whatever, y'all gonna have respect for Terrence Crawford at the end of the day. I cannot wait for this fight. I cannot wait. Go ahead and root for Errol. We got the homegirl work. I'm gonna root for Errol. I'm gonna be in your face.
I'm tagging a lot of people.
Me too. Bud all day. So if you team Bud, let us know. You know what I mean? Let us know in the comments. Let us know who you going for in the comments when we post this on Wednesday. Who you guys rooting for, whatever. But we are team Bud. We're gonna rock with Bud no matter what. I'm definitely for sure we're gonna get another fight. So I'm definitely gonna be excited for that just as much too. But man, the week is here, brother. We've been waiting for this for a long time. We never thought this was gonna happen. I never thought this was gonna happen. Motherfucker, we are here. Man. And shout out to both of these guys for making these fights, man. Shout out to both of them, man. I'm always giving them credit no matter what. I respect both fighters. But Terrence Crawford, let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm a Cornhusker on a Saturday.
Shout out to Tyra.
Yeah, shout out, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. We team Bud Crawford over here, so
yes, sir.
It's definitely going down.
It's gonna be crazy, man. I'm still debating whether I'm gonna show up to work that day, but we shall see for sure.
So, all right, brother. Another one in the books, bro.
Yes, sir.
Another good show. Before we get into our spiel with where our stream, the streaming platform and the social media stuff, I want to give a rest in peace and my condolences and prayers to give to the kid and his son. He was murdered last week. His name is Devin L. Spada. They called him Mac and Cheese. He was an artist. He rapped. He was known. In the kid, he was a young man, 23 years old. So he was up and coming, but he ended up getting shot. And it was like 5 people who got shot. I think it was. He got shot in the back. Some other people got shot. Tragic story. And it was crazy because probably 2-3 days earlier, Gilly the Kid puts out a PSA saying like, when y'all gonna stop shooting each other, you killing women and kids and all this stuff. He puts this post out, and then 2 days, 3 days later, he got his son get killed. So my condolences and prayers to Gilly the Kid and his family and all those who were involved, all those who were hurt in that shooting. My prayers to you and your family, because it's a tragic situation. So definitely sad thing.
Yeah. My thoughts and prayers to him and his family. I know it's tough. I also want to give a praise and condolences. I know this happened a couple weeks ago, but I was a big fan of hers. Watching her play in the WNBA, Nikki McCray. I want to give a rest in peace to her. Definitely that. And then also want to give a shout out to Dick Vitale. He did say that he's battling cancer again. So, our thoughts and prayers are with him as well. We wish him recovery. We wish healing for all families involved. You gotta cherish these times, man. I know we've been, especially at work, there's been some, things that have happened where people have lost their lives, So, it's tough out here, man. You gotta cherish all the times, man. I cherish my time here. I cherish my time with you, my brother. I cherish my time with my family and all that, man. So, we just gotta, make sure we shout out each other, show love to each other, and live every day, man, like it's our last, bro.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out on a more positive note. I want to give a shout out to my son. He turns 21 tomorrow, man.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Birthday, my guy. He will be entering to finally, and he's already a man, but he'll really be officially a man tomorrow. So shout out to my son,
Chris.
What
you gonna do, man? You gonna take him to the Sapphires or something? You gonna take him to a little like Crazy Horse? No. Why not?
I'm not a strip club dude, so why
have you had strip club food though?
Yeah, the wings are alright. So.
Wings are alright.
Man,
you gotta try that. You gotta try that steak and lobster, man, at Treasures, bro. That shit be hit. It used to be hidden. I don't know if it's still hidden now. You gonna do anything for him though? You gonna do anything for his birthday?
No, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take him out to dinner and stuff tomorrow. We're supposed to be doing something for Saturday. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for yeah. You know
what I'm saying? We have a little barbecue for him, and probably order the fight and stuff like that.
What's gonna be his first drink? I know you're gonna have a drink, with Pops. What's up?
I don't know. I'll probably go bring him in the right way, only way.
Get some of that. What is that called? Bamboo or whatever.
No. Get some of that cognac.
Yeah, like the little easy stuff.
I didn't know because I hit Justin up the other day. I was like, what's the name of that stuff?
What's it called again?
Bamboo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Nah, that was cool.
It was good. It was real good. So, but no.
But
for sure.
Shout out to your son, man. Happy birthday, my G.
For sure. All right, man. The Cris Lamar podcast is available on all streaming platforms, whether it be Apple, Google, Stitcher, Breaker, iHeartRadio, whatever you use to listen to your podcast. The Cris Lamar podcast is available on there. Mm-hmm. And whatever social media platform you're on, follow us at Cris and Mall, whether it be Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and Threads. You can follow us on all those social media platforms. We will follow you back. And if you got feedback, you got critiques, you got questions that y'all want us to bring up, content, sports content, or, other content that y'all want us to bring up on this podcast, hit us up. We will listen to you as long as it's within reason, nothing, too out there, too far out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't trying to be clickbaitish over here. So
depends if the topic is right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. So hit us up, man, and we'll interact with y'all, man. We fans of sports, just like y'all. We ain't no Hollywood type, media people. We just regular dudes who love sports and we love to talk sports. So we just want to bring y'all the best sports and entertainment content that we can bring y'all. So hope everybody has a great week. Hope everybody enjoys. All the boxing fans out there enjoy the fight week because it's a great week of boxing. We will see you next week. Till then, be gone.